They never saw it coming. They spent their nights weaving webs of deceit, their days sharpening blades of betrayal, confident they'd cornered me. They thought they had me all figured out, believed they could map out my every move and dictate my downfall. In their minds, they had already won. Each scheme they hatched, each lie they whispered, each trap they set, they believed they were sealing my fate. But what they failed to see, what they were too blind to recognize, was that every time they tried to tear me down, they were building something new within me. They thought they were breaking me into pieces, but instead, they were forging me into something unyielding. Each insult was a spark, each betrayal a hammer strike, and each blow a fire that reshaped me. They thought they could write my ending, but they were unknowingly scripting their own. In the beginning, I didn't understand what was happening. Each wound they inflicted cut deeper than the last, leaving scars I thought would never heal. Every betrayal was like a gust of wind, threatening to extinguish the flame inside me. They surrounded me, casting shadows so long and so dark that I almost forgot what the light felt like. Their words were venom, seeping into my mind, convincing me I was powerless, that I was nothing more than the sum of their manipulations. But something inside me refused to break. The more they pushed, the more I pulled. The deeper the wounds, the stronger I grew. It wasn't immediate. It was a slow, painful transformation. Each night I spent alone, each tear I shed in silence, was a step closer to becoming someone they couldn't control. Their games taught me the rules of survival. I learned to read their moves before they made them, to anticipate their attacks and turn them to my advantage. They wanted me to feel small, insignificant, but instead, they showed me how to wield the very darkness they poured into me. Every insult became fuel. Every setback became a stepping stone. They thought their lies would bind me, but those lies became the threads I used to weave my armor. Their cruelty was meant to shatter me, but it only sharpened my edges. They tried to bury me under the weight of their hatred, but they forgot that seeds grow in the dark. Day by day, I rebuilt myself. The pieces they tried to destroy became the foundation of something stronger. I wasn't just surviving, I was evolving. They stripped away everything I once held dear, every piece of who I used to be. But in doing so, they cleared the path for a new version of me to emerge. This version of me didn't crave approval or seek validation. This version didn't bend to their will or cower in the face of their threats. This version was born from their malice, forged in the fire of their hatred. And this version wasn't just going to stand tall, it was going to rise above them, casting a shadow so vast it would eclipse everything they thought they controlled. They thought they could extinguish my light, but all they did was teach me to thrive in the darkness. Every time they tried to drown me, I learned to breathe underwater. Every time they pushed me to the edge, I discovered I could fly. They wanted to see me broken, but instead, they created someone unbreakable. And now, I see them for what they truly are. They're not invincible. They're not untouchable. They're fragile, desperate, clinging to their illusions of power. They thought they could control me, but they were only delaying the inevitable. Because now, I'm coming for them. Their schemes, their lies, their cruelty, it's all coming back to them. Every move they made against me was a mistake, and now they'll face the consequences. They thought they were creating a victim, but they were crafting a warrior. They thought they were building a cage, but they were giving me the tools to break free. The fire they tried to snuff out now burns brighter than ever, and it's coming for them. They'll see it in my eyes, the hunger, the rage, the unyielding determination they instilled in me. They'll see the monster they created, and they'll realize too late that they can't control it. This is how they wanted me to be. They wanted me to suffer, to crawl, to beg. But I don't beg, and I don't crawl. Not anymore. They took everything from me. My dreams, my hope, my light. But they didn't realize that in taking it all, they gave me something far more powerful. They gave me the strength to rise, the will to fight, and the fire to burn everything they built to the ground. This is the storm they've unleashed. There's no hiding from it, no running from what's coming. They thought they could play with fire without getting burned, but now they'll feel the heat of the inferno they ignited. I'm coming for everything they stole, every lie they told, every wound they inflicted. It's all coming back to them. They thought they could escape the consequences, but there's no escaping me. They'll face the monster they created, and they'll know that their actions were the architects of their own destruction. They wanted me to be ruthless, and now they'll see what true ruthlessness looks like. They wanted a monster, and now they'll face the reality of what they've unleashed. They thought they were safe, thought they were untouchable, but now they're the ones who are powerless, helpless, and falling apart. This is how they wanted me to be, and now they'll pay the price. Every step I take, every move I make, is leading me closer to them. They'll see the fire they lit inside me, the fire that will consume their world. They thought they could break me, but now I'm the one doing the breaking. They wanted to see me fall, but now they're the ones falling, tumbling into the abyss they created. I'll take back everything they stole, and I'll leave nothing behind. They'll see the destruction they've wrought, and they'll know it was all their fault. This is the end of their control, the end of their games. This is the beginning of my reign. They can run, but they can't hide. Not from me, not from the storm that's coming.